Dear God, give me courage, for perhaps I lack it more than anything else. I need courage to fight against the terrors and troubles, temptations,
attractions, true and false. Help us to fight against the darkness and give us the strength to be brave against tears, depression, and above all, fear. I need your help, dear God.
Strengthen me with your love and your grace. Console me with your blessed presence, and grant me the courage to persevere until I am with you forever in heaven. We are here to expatriate ourselves to the Oregon Territory to fulfill our mission of education, separated from our mother house in Canada. We will advocate for social justice, nurse the sick, and care for homeless children. After a 5-week seagoing journey that included stops and ship transfers in New York, Panama City, and San Francisco, and a land crossing in the Isthmus of Panama, we arrived in Portland on October 21st, 1859. Tired, wet, and hungry, we walked through the mud and up the hill to our new home in Portland, a filthy, vacant building that had been used by vagrants. Local merchants loaned us brooms to clean with, pots and pans, and food to cook. Faithful to the tradition of education,
2 weeks later, we opened St. Mary's Academy, our first school in Oregon. Soon, secondary education was added. With God's grace, St. Mary's granted its first high school diplomas in 1867. And in 1893, our college was formed, and we were authorized to grant bachelor's degrees.
As gospel women called to liberating action in society and in the church, we commit ourselves to be in solidarity with economically poor people and the underserved. We believe that liberating action aimed at the full development of the human person is at the heart of our mission of education.
with a zeal born of inspiration, I believe our mission now and of the pioneer sisters of the Holy Names set a high standard of education in Oregon. Our insights and devotion to education in the Northwest will always lead us to work for the future success of her people and our schools. In 1909, the sisters acquired a 237-acre site, the former Bullock Estate. This beautiful acreage is located 1 mile south of Oswego. We are to use the land for the girls' orphanage and for a new location for our college.
Marylhurst is blessed with community support. To help finance the college, several Buy a Brick campaigns were embarked upon by grade school children in Oregon and Washington. With God's help, at the beginning of our country's deepest depression, the support of the people was unflagging. $300,000 was raised to create a new home for the first liberal arts college for women in the Northwest.
We must not accept the mediocre or the shoddy. Our students must understand this very clearly, just as they must discover the love of God's creations of nature. Marylhurst College can give them both.
Our 3 original buildings included the Administration Building and Aquinas and St. Catherine Halls. These house our classrooms, offices, a library, chapel, and other rooms, including living quarters for the students and sisters.
Marylhurst was blessed and dedicated on October 21st, 1929, the 70th anniversary of the arrival of the Holy Name Sisters in Oregon. The college was accredited in 1931. Marking the 100th anniversary of the Holy Name Sisters' arrival and Oregon statehood, the year 1959 was also the year when the Marylhurst College Board of Trustees was formed, and the foresight of the sisters established Marylhurst as a separate corporation.
Marylhurst is constantly evolving and now places the adult learner as its chief concern, with men and women learning together in the same intense, personal, and philosophical style that ties the history of the campus to the fabric of Oregon's innovation. Today, Marylhurst students can participate in meaningful education 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from anywhere in the world. Our purpose is to encourage one another and to understand each other better. We have to build on what we have in common with other faiths and communities.
In spirit and in essence, everything has changed, yet nothing has changed. The mission of the sisters continues, and Marylhurst University thrives, actively engaged in preparing capable and compassionate persons of all ages to meet the future through meaningful education. The Sisters of the Holy Names are expanding the definition of teacher. They work in schools, parishes, HIV ministries, prisons, and in refugee centers, in housing projects and medical clinics, programs that guide communities to choose a gospel path and promote systemic change. Their ministries educate and empower individuals, especially those most in need.
Marylhurst University remains one of those ministries, as the sisters are active as members of Marylhurst Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff. And their vision is embedded in the school's commitment to the adult student.
From eternity to eternity, you are God, and to you all things are present from the beginning. Before time was,
you decreed a college at Marylhurst with your helpers, the daughters of Blessed Marie Rose.
All perfect art your plans, O divine architect. If you sustain and uphold, your will shall be humbly accomplished.